Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet, and this is our Happy Friday TGIF version of the Morning Coffee and Crochet. And as you can see, I'm in a car. So that's what happens when plans get changed. So I'm going to explain myself to you in just a moment. I'm going to explain myself to you in just a moment. Let me see if I can find my, nope, can't find it. Well. Looky there. Well, I found one thing. Let me see. Sorry, my back is to you. Trying to find my, can't find it. I was trying to find my, my microphone. I cannot locate it in the car this morning. So, hey guys, it's so good to see you. Or should I say, hey y'all, it's so good to see you. Good morning. Good morning, Craft Romantic. Good morning, Alice. Good morning, My Crochet Story, who is also Maureen. And I heard her. Oh, let's see. Nikki. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Catherine. So good to see you. So good to see my Canuck friends here. And let's see who else. Oh, did I miss anybody? I don't know. Let me see. Well, I've gone back as far as I can go, and I can't see anyone else. So, I know there are other people there because I can see that you're on, but I don't know who you are. So if you would like me to say hello to you, just put a little hi in the bottom, and I will say hey. And Amy, Catherine is lurking. Okay, cool. I love lurkers. I'm a lurker too sometimes. Actually, most times I'm a lurker. Unless I really feel like I want attention. And then I'm like, hey, say hi to me. The only problem is a lot of times people don't say hi to you because there's so many like people flipping through and they don't always see you. So that's okay. That's all right. But hey, listen, I try to acknowledge everyone who says hello to me. I am not always successful, but I try. So it's good to see everyone this morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hallelujah. It's Friday. I'm so glad. So yesterday was a travel day for me and my mom and dad. We scooted out of the house in North Carolina. Thank you, Alice. Thank you. Hey, Pamela. Good morning. It's good to see you here. I'm so glad to see you. And so mom and dad and I I won't say scooted out because, hey, there's Amy. And then you're generally lurking. Okay, Amy. Well, it's so good to see you this morning. I'm so glad you're here. And let me fix this chair. As you can see this quilt right here? My mother made this quilt back in the 70s, 1970s. And she made it by hand. She cut each piece. She sewed each piece by hand. She quilted it by hand. No machine for this lady. And so anyway, I love this quilt. It's warm. It's been washed a million times. It's not cotton. It is, I believe, like polyester, but it's a quality of material that really makes a good blanket. I love that. She made like 3 or 4 of them out of that kind of material. And they're my favorite. There's one that instead of putting batting in the middle of the quilt, she put a blanket, like a really heavy wool kind of not wool, but like one of those really heavy woolish blankets. That blanket is so heavy that I can't even, oh my gosh, there's some dogs here. I'm in the parking lot of the Home Suites by Hilton, Home 2 Suites by Hilton. Anyway, that's where we ended up last night. So yesterday we scooted out of the house early, but I stayed up late talking to my son and daughter-in-law, which was really nice because it was just the three of us awake and we just chatted. And it was just, I really, really enjoy that, you know, just having that like one-on-one time with them. And hey, Pamela, good morning. I missed you while I was chatting. So it's so good to see you. So good to see you. I'm sorry I missed you. And but yes, I am really glad to see you. There are some really cute dogs around here. They must be pet friendly. They asked me if I had any dogs or pets, and I said no, and they just went on, but maybe they charge for it. That's why they asked. I don't know. Or maybe they have a certain section for dog lovers. I don't know. Anyway, back to my story. We left early yesterday morning. I was very tired, but the night was so restless. The night was so restless, you know. I had been sleeping in my son and daughter-in-law's bed with my granddaughter, Nicole, who's 4, and that was perfect because she's a good sleeper. Once she gets to sleep, she is out. And sorry about my hair. I washed it this morning. I didn't have a brush, and now I have a brush, but I cannot brush it in front of you because it is so like fly away. So see, I have some hotel coffee, which is actually not so bad. Not really that bad. And so anyway. I don't know where my stick went. I guess I already did that. But anyway, so we got on the road. Everything was fine. And then I kind of started getting a headache. My neck started hurting. My shoulders started tightening up. You know how that goes. And then you know, we grabbed breakfast on the road. Oh my gosh, there were 2 tan dogs with this one couple, and now there are 2 black dogs with this other couple, and they're all really big and fluffy and beautiful. It's so, oh my gosh, that one is like a Newfoundland. Anyway, like dogs, squirrel. You know, I love animals. You know, I love pets. I'd like be going over going, la, let me see you. With permission, of course. Never do that to a dog that doesn't know you because they'll think you're really weird and they'll think you're gonna, you know, anyway, you don't want to get bit. I'm rambling. Why am I rambling this morning? I did drink coffee this morning. Oh my goodness. So, I got a headache yesterday. I wasn't feeling well, and then I found my eyes just like wanting to close while I was on 95 with all these trucks and cars and everything. And I was like, one time my eyes, and I was like really concentrating, you know, and I had rested a little bit, didn't help much, and got me through about an hour, and then I was like, I need another rest. So anyway, needless to say, one time my eyes closed, like a solid close, and I jerked myself. It scared me. So I was like, I just scared myself. I don't want, you know, my eyes just solid closed, and I said, my head is hurting. I don't think I can drive anymore. I need to stop for a minute. And Mom said, well, she didn't know it happened, but she said, well, if you got scared, then I got scared too. I just didn't know it. And I said, I know. So she said, let's stop. And she said, do you want to stop somewhere? And I'm like, you know, I kind of really do, because I just felt like I just couldn't go on. I was like, I just wanted to lay on a bed and just, it is very scary. It is very scary. Alice has a big coffee. And so anyway, yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to put yourself at risk, your family, the other people on the road. Thank you, Alice. And so I'm glad I stopped too. So we stopped, and coffee. My crochet story said she was going to ask what's in my cup this morning besides coffee. I know, because I'm rambling. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe they gave me extra caffeine this morning. I don't know. Or maybe it's that good night's sleep that I got from Home Sweets by Hilton too. Anyway, it really was a good night's sleep. It was a suite. I didn't know I was paying for a suite. And so it had sleep and coffee. Yes, that will help, won't it? Oh my goodness. And so anyway, yesterday, I didn't tell you guys, but we were in North Carolina to babysit the girls. And I said, while my daughter-in-law and son went on a little, little vacation trip, just the two of them, and it was it turned into kind of like a little second honeymoon for them, and it was very nice. They went to Seattle, Washington. And so he did. My dad really enjoyed this trip. It was very good for him to get out and, yeah. So anyway, they flew. My daughter-in-law is so smart and so resourceful, I think, and determined. And my son and daughter-in-law, they both are determined to be debt-free. They're determined to have, passive income when they get older. So they're working on purchasing their first home for, hey, good morning. You live in Raleigh, Geraldine. Good morning. I was close to Raleigh. And I actually visited family in right outside of High Point. They live in Sophia, North Carolina, which is a little town, and beautiful area, just such a beautiful area there. And so anyway, my daughter-in-law wanted to surprise my son for his birthday, because with 2020 and 2021, it was just kind of like, I don't know, it was just, what it was like. I don't need to explain this to you. Why am I even trying? And so she wanted to do something special for him, and she wanted to surprise him, but she knows, he doesn't really go for surprises very well. So she planned it. She had it all set up, and then she told him a couple months ahead of time so that he could get excited and get on board too. And that girl worked and worked and worked so that she had the whole trip paid for, including hotels, car rental. She had budgeted for food. You don't like surprises either. I'm not a big surprise person when it comes to something like that. Now, if you want to surprise me with a little present, then that's fine. But if you want to surprise me with a life-changing trip or a big expense like that, or you want me to, like, all of a sudden jump up in here, we're going to go here and we're going to do this. And I'm like, what? I didn't prepare. I didn't get to prepare. Yeah. I care for those kind. Well, so he doesn't. He's very much like his mother. So I get it. And so small surprises are okay. Yes, that's right. But big surprises that cost big money, that, all that. Well, so my daughter-in-law is so resourceful. She sells Tupperware, and she does very well. And she's really, really a good Tupperware representative. If you need Tupperware, she's the girl to go to. And she manages her household. She takes care of two very busy little girls, my son too. And my son has a good job, and he just got a raise. I'm so proud of him. He's doing so well. And so, I mean, like a $6 raise, not like a little 25-cent raise. He got like boosted. So I'm so proud of him. And so she does Tupperware. She teaches Chinese children online, English online. And that's been winding down since 2020. 2020 kind of put a kibosh in some of that. But, she has her degree, and she was teaching English to Chinese children online. And then she also, she delivers she did DoorDash for a little bit. She didn't like she really didn't like their ethics and the way they handled the deliveries. So she did not do that, but she delivers for the local grocery stores and stuff like that. She makes good money doing that, like $25 an hour or something like that, because of the way she hustles. And so she was like, she would work and over their budgeted, they have a budgeted amount of what she was going to make each month. to help support the family. But anything over that budgeted amount, she would put in the Seattle fund. They had that trip paid for. They had the flights paid for. They had the hotels paid for. They had, she got a hotels.com credit card, and they put everything on it, including paying their rent. And so then they get points. And so she got 3 hotel nights right in downtown Seattle, right across from the Space Needle, for free. Can you imagine? The girl hustles, and she knows how to work it. And she is just so smart. And so anyway, you know, she not only just saved the money, but she knows how to get a good deal and how to save money too, how to save expenses. So anyway, they went to Seattle and they had a great time. So when they came back, they had bought some gifts for us from Seattle. And so for my mom, she makes pancakes and she loves making breakfast and stuff like that. So they bought her this gift basket and had all local sourced products, local sourced syrup, local sourced jelly, local sourced pancake mix, local sourced, all this stuff, right? It's all local sourced from local shops, and it was in a basket. And so it was really very very nice gift. For me, for my dad, they got him some they got him some salmon, some smoked salmon, and can I tell you, it was really good. And for me, you saw oh, your oldest sister-in-law is the same way. She can plan a trip for you and show you how to pay for it before you go and have a great time, right? Because you're not worrying about expenses. And, you know, she said that one of her friends said, well, you know, wish I could afford to go to Seattle, you know, like that. And Tina's like, I worked my butt off so that we could go to Seattle. This is something that, you know, I made happen. And she's like, we're not rich. I just know where my money is and I tell it where to go, you know. And she's like, she doesn't like just spend like 95% of us do, right? And you know, a little bit here and a little bit there. She doesn't do that. She is in control of her budget, and my son too, and they have a budget together. They work it together. They're a team. It's great. It really is. So anyway, so that was really fun. So that's where they were. And I can't wait to show you what they brought me. So for anyway, and they gave us a little card thanking us for taking such good care of their babies and everything. So for my son, for my husband, they brought him, and this is just a kind of a funny thing, but everywhere they went, every hotel they went, if they had tea, they brought him tea, because the last time we visited, they didn't have any tea in the house, and he went, and he just thought, you know, everybody had tea in their home, right? And so anyway, it made such an impression on them. This is what happened. It's so funny, but my husband went, and they have like an electric kettle, so he put water in it. I don't know what they use their electric kettle for. They don't drink coffee, they don't drink tea. And so he put the water in the kettle, and his throat was kind of feeling a little scratchy, so he thought, right? I know my crochet story, right? And so anyway, he went and heated up his water, and he's looking, he's like, Tina, where's your tea? And she said, what? And he said, where's your tea? She said, we don't have any tea. He said, you don't have any tea? And she's like, no, we don't have any tea. We don't drink tea. He's like, who doesn't have tea? And he came in the living room. He's like, can you believe they don't have any tea? I'm like, I said, you don't have any tea? So it became a thing, right? Good morning, Robin. It's good to see you. It's so good to see you. And so it became a thing. And Tina was like, I don't have tea. Everybody's going, Robin, good morning. And so anyway, it really became a thing, and Tina was like, I guess I'm an adult, I'm supposed to have tea in the house. So anyway, since then, that was in February when we went right after my husband's surgery. And he's like, I can't believe you don't have any tea. So this time she was prepared. She had, right after that, she had gone out and bought a couple different, she didn't even know what kind of tea to buy. Okay. This is funny. So she bought a box of flavored teas, and they were all the fruit flavors, you know, blueberry, cranberry, apple, lemon zinger, you know, that kind of thing. And then she bought a little box of green tea. And then she bought, I don't know what else she bought. It was something with tea, but it was not tea. I don't know. Anyway, she's kind of funny. So she was like, I'm prepared. And then she started telling me how it must have really bothered her that, you know, that my husband was like, what do you mean you don't have any tea? Because then after he had heated up the water, well, he was like, well, I'll just drink the hot water. I know, Robin. That's exactly what we were saying. Who doesn't have tea? Well, they have tea now. So it must have really bothered her, because my husband, he's like, well, you know, his throat was hurting, so he wanted a hot cup of tea. It was at night, and so he was like, well, that's okay, I'll just drink some hot water. And she's like, you're just gonna drink hot water? And he's like, well, yeah, you know, I just wanted something hot for my throat, and you don't have anything. Oh, I know what they use their what they use their tea kettle for, their electric hot water kettle. They make hot cocoa. That's probably what they do. They drink hot cocoa. So anyway, so he drank the hot water, and she felt terrible. She's like, my father-in-law had to drink hot water. I can't believe he drank hot water. And so anyway, after that, she ran out and got a couple things of tea, and she was like, I have tea now. I was like, good for you. So anyway, everywhere they went at the hotel in Seattle, they at all the different hotels, everywhere they went, and there's more in this bag, but she was like, I got him all the tea I could find. All the free tea bags that I could find, and I got them. And so anyway, I mean, there's like organic chai, green ginger, calm chamomile, Earl Grey, I don't know, hot water and lemon. Yeah, I don't think she even had a lemon. I don't know. I think he asked. I don't know. She usually has lemons and limes and stuff like that. He didn't care. He just needed something hot for his throat, you know. Speaking of something hot for my throat, let me get some coffee. So I'm sitting in a hotel parking lot, and Mom and Dad are upstairs. We came down. We're at the Home Suites by Hilton 2 in Brunswick, Georgia. And so anyway, we came downstairs, and Mom and I and made plates of breakfast and oatmeal and all kinds of things like that, and took it upstairs. And so Mom and Dad are up there. Yeah, I like plain old tea too. I'm not a fan of the flavors. And that's why I said she didn't even know which kind to buy, right? So she bought like the fruity flavored teas, and then she bought green tea. I'm like, sister, that's not even the tea we drink, but it's okay. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I didn't want to hurt her feelings. So apparently after that, she had like been to, they're real active in their church and everything, and they have like home groups and stuff like that. And so she was at someone's home, and she asked them, she said, do you have any tea? And the lady looked at her, you know, her friend looked at her and said, I don't have any tea. I'm sorry. We don't drink tea. And she's like, and the lady was feeling bad, right? And she's like, oh, that's okay. I just wanted to know if you had tea. She said, I don't drink tea. I just wanted to know if anybody else didn't have tea in their house. And she's like, so there are other people that don't have tea. I'm like, yeah, but I bet you now she's going to go out and buy tea so that she has it in case somebody asked for a cup of tea. Who doesn't ever get a cup of tea at night? I don't know. I love tea. Anyway, got my coffee here. It's my hotel coffee. And it's funny because this is Pike's Place Seattle coffee here. I don't know if it will say it's Seattle's best. So, which is kind of funny. I'm like, look, Mom, it's Seattle coffee. And the kids just came back from Seattle. They had such a good time. Their hotel was right across from the Space Needle. They went to Portland. They went to the Tillamook factory and did a tour of the ice cream factory, and then they got to taste cheeses and ice creams, and they had a really good time. So anyway, they came back with this Pike Place Market, and look, the bag is emerald green. I'm telling you, see, Seattle is one of my places that I want to visit. I want to visit it so bad. Pike's Place, like when she was saying that it was on Justin's list, okay, my son's list, to go to Seattle. Lady Earl Grey is my favorite too. I like Earl Grey, but Lady Grey is my absolute favorite. My absolute favorite. It's lighter than the regular Earl Grey, but it's hard to find in my area. I don't know about your area, but I can find it in the packs with the different flavors. So easy, but finding it in its own box, I can't find it. So, yeah, but that is my favorite, the Lady Grey. So anyway, when Tina was planning this surprise for Oh You Love Chai, surprise for Justin, she was like, I don't even know what there is in Seattle. So I just started naming things off. Oh, you love Lady Grey. Oh, Amazon. I could order just all Lady Grey from Amazon. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea, actually. So anyway, she was like, I don't even know what there is in Seattle. So I'm like, well, you have to go see the whales. She's like, there are whales? I'm like, yeah, you got to go see the whales. You get on a boat and you go out and you see the whales. She's like, oh, I didn't know that. And I said, you have to go see the needle. Decaf. Yeah, I have some decaf too. I kind of get sad when I drink decaf. I love the caffeine. What can I say? Oh, goodbye. Oh my goodness, you didn't get to see you'll have to come back and see what I got. I'm so sorry, Catherine, that you didn't get to see. Whales, porpoises, I know. The needle, I was like, you have to go to Pike's Place and watch them throw the fish. She's like, throw what? I said, they throw the fish. You have to go and watch them throw the fish. And I said, please get a video of them throwing the fish, okay? And she's like, well, I'll try. She's like, why do they throw the fish? So I explained that to her. And I'm like, and then there's all these underground things. Oh, thank you, Robin. Thank you. And, so anyway, we talked and everything. Oh, you can't have caffeine. So, you get Earl Grey. Okay. All right. And so anyway, they brought me this. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness. And so if you go to the YouTube channel and you go and look under community tab, on my YouTube channel, you'll see a picture of the guy standing in the market with all of his beautiful yarns. Justin took a picture. He's like, I talked to him. I told him about you and your channel, and I told him about the yarn and everything. And, oh yes, I love the fish throwing at Pikes. I can't talk this morning. I'm talking too fast. I love the fish throwing. And so anyway, they had to go there 3 times to get a good video of the fish throwing because they always missed it. And they always just missed it. And you haven't tried the leaf trees, you just use the bags. Oh yeah. I have a really nice loose teaspoon, and it's shaped like a heart, and I haven't tried it yet. But anyway, I want to use that with the people are looking at me, they're like, who are you talking to? I want to use that with my homemade tea, because I want to, once we get to the property, I'm going to have a hibiscus, because I love hibiscus tea. I love it. It turns out like a beautiful shade of purple lavender. It's got this naturally sweet, and I want to put some plum in it to make the plum hibiscus ginger tea, just like the Panera Bread tea. I love that tea. Oh my gosh, that iced tea is so delicious. Back to yarn. Are you ready? So this is MJ Yarns, and he's got a lot of dragons, so I guess it's like the manly thing to have dragons on there. He hand dyes this yarn. So, and this is, this is his, I don't know, this is his passion. So Pike Place Market, handmade locally. Um, so mjyarns.com. And this one is so beautiful. And Justin and Tina said that they had to get the green because of the Emerald City of Seattle. You know, Seattle's the Emerald City, and it's a hank of yarn, and it is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Can you see this? It is so soft. So soft. Oh my gosh, it is so soft. Of course, my 2-year-old granddaughter, she's like, whatever. But my 4-year-old, she has been to Hobby Lobby with me, and she knows, right? She knows yarn. And we had just gone to Hobby Lobby on Thursday, I think it was, and I had shown her the difference between the cakes and the skeins and the balls and the hanks. And I told her, you know, this is called a hank. And oh, I don't know yet, but it's going to be something just for me. It is so beautiful, and it is so, the color is vibrant because it's not just like this solid flat color. There are like slight variations. I can see a little bit of yellow gold in there. I can see, can you see? How gorgeous is this yarn? And it's so soft. So let me read to you. This is called Silk Paca Worsted Yarn, mjyarns.com. And then it says it's Silk Paca worsted, 70% baby alpaca, and 30% silk. Now, the yarn itself is milled in the UK, and it says gauge 4.5 to 5 stitches in, US 6 to 9. I don't know if that's inches, you know. US 6-9, that's probably knitting. He tried to get them to buy a different yarn because when he found out that I'm a crocheter, he was like, oh no, you have to get this yarn for crocheters. Now, why would he say that? This is beautiful yarn. I guess he thought only knitters could have this beautiful yarn. I don't know. But this is worsted weight yarn. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. And anyway, it says approximately 100 grams, 180 yards, hand wash cold, lay flat to dry. And this is in the color Horn. So I looked it up because when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. I was like, guys, this is so beautiful. I mean, I gave them the reaction that they wanted, and I gave them the reaction that was honest, and they were like, they knew it, right? And I'm like, this is gorgeous yarn. Gorgeous yarn. And I was like, oh my gosh. I said, guys, you had to have paid $40 for this hank of yarn. $40 for this hank of yarn. Because I knew, you know, it was a value, right? And they just smiled and looked at each other, right? They didn't say anything. They were like, you know, and I'm like, this is expensive yarn. This right here, $40 for this yarn. It is very representative of Seattle, and that's what they were going for, right? And so they were kind of like grinning at each other. They didn't want to say, and I was like, or maybe it was even more, guys. You didn't pay $60 for this yarn, did you? Because I was like starting to get a little like, oh my gosh, you did not pay $60 for this yarn. Because I know some of the yarns are expensive. They were like, no, you were closer with the first one. Well, I looked it up. It's $31 for this hank of yarn. They paid $31 for a hank of yarn. I have never paid $31 for a hank of yarn. Gulp. And it's lovely. And so now I have to find the most perfect pattern for 180 yards and make something. So anyway, I don't know what I'm going to make, but I kind of want to make something like for around my neck, or I would make a hat. but I use more like 200 yards, and I don't want to cut myself short, and then I have like a little sailor cap, you know what I mean? Um, and I don't want to put anything else with it. I just don't. I just want this to be it. So I think I'm going to make a cowl. I think that's what I'm going to make. And so it can be soft around my neck. Yes. And anyway, so that's what I think I'm going to make. So this is my yarn that I wanted to share with you. And yeah, it's gorgeous. Not a hat, right? Go for a nice cowl or scarf. I agree. Hats get thrown and they get, this is going to be something that I want to keep very nice. This is going to be my fancy scarf, right? Or my fancy cowl. I think I will go for a cowl. So anyway, I'm just so excited about it. And I have my yarn winder so I can wind it up into a cake. And, oh, look, it's already coming loose. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this. This is just such gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. I just can't handle it. So anyway, now I forgot how Lori showed me how to do a hank up. Hank it up. A hanka. So anyway, yeah, I'll just do this. There we go. So anyway, this is just like my favorite. So I'm in love with this yarn. And like my daughter-in-law, she was like, we got the green because, and I'm like, well, of course. I think she thought, maybe she should have gotten some other color. No, this is perfect because it's the Emerald City. It's from Seattle. The yarn is from the UK, which just like, it was milled in the UK, which just hits all the happy points on me. And then so anyway, that's my happiness for today. So we slept, we ate, we have coffee. I still have a lot of coffee left. And so mom and dad are up in the room waiting for me to come get them. And thank you, Robin, that's so sweet. I like the way the thing comes out in the car, because like I'm wearing the same makeup that I wear in my house, but the lighting is like, even though I have a ring light, it's just not right. So, but thank you. And so anyway, yeah, it was a really, really good week. Those children are a blessing, and I'm exhausted, but last night I slept really good. And it was nice to just stretch my legs out and get some rest. So anyway, yeah, we're over there. How about that? So it was a nice trip. And so we're about 3.5 hours from home. I'll say about 3.5 hours from home. So that's good. I get to go home, unload. Yeah, 3.5 hours. So that's not bad. Brunswick, Georgia is close to Jacksonville. And then from Jacksonville, it's about 2.5, 3 hours, depending on traffic. It's Friday. It shouldn't be that bad. Friday morning. So now if it was Friday night, you get the travelers that want to get a head start on the weekend or whatever. But, laundry, right? Yes, you know it. I should have done laundry while I was there, but who had time? Those girls, like, number one, I was, Nicole and I were sleeping in the same bed. She didn't want to sleep in her room all by herself if Annabelle got to sleep with Nana. And, so anyway, we slept. When she found out I was sleeping in her mommy and daddy's bed, then she decided she was going to sleep with me too. And it was no problem, but there was no downtime. By the time we got to sleep every night, I was so exhausted. I was like, I would like, does anybody else play Wordle? So I would be like laying in bed and like want to do Wordle for the day. And I'd be doing this. And then like all of a sudden the phone would hit my head because I would just like fall out, right? And so I was like, I can't even play that this week. I can't even do anything like that this week. I can't. I'm like on. Because as soon as I would get up in the morning, it was like, I want my Grammy. I want my Grammy. You know, where's Grammy? And the little one, she'd have to come find Grammy. And, you know, so, and they were all about that. And Mom cooked breakfast every morning, which was really nice because, you know, while I did things with the girls, and then you have to tell outlandish stories, and, you know, tell me a story, Grammy, and make it about a frog. Okay, so I would make it about a frog. And anyway, coming home, Mom said, you know, you always told me you wanted to write children's stories, and you've been telling these girls stories all week. You should write them down. Why didn't you do that? Because you're a good storyteller. I'm like, yeah, I tell good stories. I make up these stories. And she's like, Annabelle didn't hardly even blink her eyes while she was listening to that last story you told. I'm like, I know. So anyway, remember that story that we made up together, guys? Remember, it was about, what was it about? It was about a squirrel or a bunny. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm going to have to go back. Yes, all those years of reading come in. That is true. That is true. Just telling outlandish stories, and they start with once upon a time, and they end with, and they lived happily ever after. I mean, what kind of story? That's the kind of story we want to hear, right? Especially children want to hear it, and guess what? Adults want to hear it too. So, yeah, Nicole just sits there and grins the whole time I'm telling a story, and Annabelle just sits there and doesn't even blink. I know, a story channel, right? You know, I don't know how many channels I can keep up with. And so this is the other thing. Okay, guys, so I'm sharing with you, okay, because we talk every week. So I've been thinking about going on a health journey because, you know, crochet therapy, it takes care of our anxiety. It helps with, you know, the depression and anxiety and all of that. And they lived happily a long time ago in a galaxy far away. And you have to include little princesses because my two little girls, there's Princess Nicole and Princess Annabelle. And as soon as you say that, they're like, because they want to know what's going to happen to Princess Nicole and Princess Annabelle. But I've been thinking about going on a health journey to not only lose weight, but to just get healthier. To be able to go up the stairs and carry my little 2-year-old granddaughter and not have to stop halfway and huff and puff. Right? Because, you know, I mean, not that I need to carry her up the stairs because she's quite capable of going up the stairs by herself, but, you know, just to be able to keep up with them a little better. And we're getting ready to move to Tennessee, and I'm going to have baby goats. And if I did a story channel, the grand darlings would get their stories. Yes, I know. I should have been a teacher or librarian. I should have. You're right. I should have. I didn't do it. I don't know. And now I just, like, when I get in a room with kids, because I did substitute teaching, and I was like, one day at the end of the day, I was a substitute teacher, and I'm serious, guys, serious as a heart attack. I was in the break room. I had to go to the break room and sit because I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I was like, that's what I did. I like yelled out, oh my God. Like every like 20 seconds. Oh, I can't do it now. No, Alice. No. Not for the children. I'll do something where I can like write the stories and then their parents can tell them. Or I can do story time. I can do that. But teaching, oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because that traumatized me. I never went back to substitute teaching. I never went back to teaching because I like, seriously, my husband was like in the other room and I would be like yelling out, oh my God. And he's like, what's the matter? I'm like, oh, nothing. I was like, good morning, Frog. Good morning. Fully rely on God, Crochet. Good morning. It's good to see you. And so anyway, after that experience, no, I'm not doing any teaching of little children or big children or anyone like that. No way. So, anyway, I don't even know what I was talking about. You guys got me off on like a little tangent, and then I started thinking about that one day. Seriously, I couldn't even drive. I was so frazzled. And then like all night long, just like, I know, not nowadays. That's right. You're right, Robin. Especially now. And yeah, I mean, so that was the day I was substituting for second graders, and one of them called me the B word. Yeah. So that was fun. That was fun. No, it was not. It was not fun. I was like, oh my God. I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. Oh no. I like called the principal. I'm like, I am really sorry. I lost it today. I lost it in school. I'm like, I can't come back. I cannot ever come back. Don't call me. Like, just don't even call me. Oh my gosh, right? Oh, I mean, it's funny now. That day I was traumatized. I was very traumatized. Oh, I would like think of something that happened. Oh my God. It was funny. Okay, so anyway, oh, I know. I was talking about my health channel, or not my health channel. I was thinking about doing a health channel because I didn't know, fear of being taken out in handcuffs, right? No, because there's certain things that they're allowed to get away with that, we would never do that with our parents. We would never do that with people in authority, yeah. Yeah, I get it, Robin. I do. Oh, here comes the little tan dogs. They are so happy and fluffy. Oh my gosh. They're like, yay, we're going to the car. So anyway, if you're just coming in, I'm sitting in a parking lot at Home Suites by Hilton 2. Anyway, that's where we stayed last night. Yes, traumatized every day. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. And it's a real thing. I'm laughing about it now, but that's because I'm never going back. If I had to go back, I would be crying every day. And those dogs are so cute. Oh my gosh. So anyway, yeah, so I'm getting ready to go on a health journey. Because I'm at a point where I need to start taking care of me. And I take care of everybody else. And I need to start taking care of me. And I'm not sure how to do that. I'm going to cry. I'm not sure how to do that. So I was thinking about doing another channel so that I could do like updates and things. But I think what I'm going to do to start, because I can't handle another channel, guys. I just can't. So I think what I'm going to do is, yeah. You're with me, Alice? Okay, good. Are you going to go on this journey too? Because it would be nice to have somebody else to go on it with. So I think what I'm going to do is just, like maybe on Friday, I'll just give you like a little snippet of an update. If that's okay, if I share that with you, like, she isn't either after. Yes, I know. I'm so glad she's doing that, Robin. I'm so glad. Oh, thanks, Alice. Thank you. So I don't know if like because doing another channel would be fine, but you need to get a lot of content, to really, unless, it's just for me. It's just for me to kind of like share with someone. And I feel like you guys are, well, I don't feel like it. I know you guys are so supportive. And, so anyway, I was just thinking about, I'm trying to cry. I was just thinking about, just like, or do a private Facebook page for anyone who wants to join. That sounds like a great idea. So maybe what I can do is like once a month, I'll give you kind of an update of like what the last month. Hey, Connie, I'm okay. How are you? I am in Brunswick, Georgia. We're on the road. I was on the road yesterday, had a headache, and had to stop at a hotel. But, it does help when you have support and people doing the journey with you, Nikki. It does. It does. I think the private Facebook page sounds good. I will start that up. I'll let you know the link. You're just waking up, Connie? Oh, good. Good. And I'll create a Facebook page. It'll have to be later today. And it will be private. It will be completely closed. And only people who want to be supportive. And here's the thing. We're all maybe trying different things. So if you decide that keto is the way you're going to go, then we're all going to be fine with that. If you over here decide that just counting calories is the way to go, we're all going to be fine with that. That's the thing. That's the thing about this group. It's going to have to be we're just all supporting each other in your own individual journey. We don't all have to be doing the same thing, but we all have to, we're all working towards finding what works for us as individuals. And so if we can do that, then I'm all for it. Right. No drama. No like, oh, you can't eat this, or oh, you have to eat that. None of that. Just being supportive. And, let's see. Just for updates and how you're feeling. Okay. That sounds good. That sounds good, Robin. That sounds really good. And whatever you do want to share. Hey, Linda, it's good to see you. Good morning. Everyone is very different. Everyone is in a different place, emotionally, physically, whatever. And yeah, there are great websites for tracking. There's free websites for tracking. There's a keto app that you can download. I did that one time, and it does your macros. There's one just for calories. There's all kinds of things. So we can share this and share, like, hey, I tried on a pair of pants and it's a size smaller and I'm so excited. Yay. Everybody get excited about that. If we want to share our numbers, we can share our numbers, but it's just a private thing, and we're just there to support, to just be the cheerleader for one another. That's what I'm going to call it, the cheer squad for greater health or something like that. So just wait. I'm going to create that Facebook page. That's all we're going to do is just cheer one another on, encourage one another. Oh, good. You use MyFitnessPal. I've done that. And, these apps are free. You don't have to spend money. You don't have to make it expensive. You can make it whatever you want to make it, really. So, okay, cool. Thank you, guys, for being interested anyway. So, or a great recipe, right? I love that. Because, there are a ton of things that we could do, a ton of things that we could share, a lot of great recipes, a lot of just finding out that someone, hey, I've been working this week and I lost a half a pound, and we're like, way to go, that's amazing. Anything, any effort is good, right? Because every step forward is a step forward. And if we have a step backwards, that's okay too, because we can go forward. I find sometimes that, you take 2 steps forward and you might take 1 step back. Yeah. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. Linda says, it sounds like a great idea right now. I'm trying to lose it, but I'm at a point where I can't lose anymore. Maybe someone can give me advice on that. And I love the idea of you doing this. So that's cool. And, like, I know I have done things, there are ways to not track, and you just, let's see, you can fix your eating habit, whatever you choose to do. Right. That's right. That's exactly right. So, you know, if you're going to count macros, if you're going to count, or 10 steps, that's right. 10 steps forward, you know, a couple steps back, 10, you know, whatever. So thank you guys for being encouraging with this, because I really have to get a handle on my health. I am noticing different things that I'm not. Nice. Crafting Adventures with Amy. She said, sounds great. My doctor has me cutting down on carbs, and I've been losing about a pound a week. No diet plan, just counting carbs. Hey, Knit Pearl and Squirrel with Granny D. Thompson, good morning. It's good to see you. Good to see you. So, okay, so once I get this done, I will post it in our on our Facebook group for crochet therapy, and anyone who wants to join is welcome to join. If you're not into it, if you don't want to hear about it, don't join it. You know, just walk away and it'll be fine. Nobody, you know, nobody's judging anybody, and nobody's judging anybody in this group either, because we're all just doing the best that we can, right? And that's the way that's the way we need to do things. I think our lives would be so much easier if we just did that. My crochet story said, had to talk to hubby a minute, would love a group of like-minded ladies trying to get healthy. Your typing is slower than talking points. I know. That's okay, Robin. I've been talking a little fast today. I don't know. I think because I'm just like ready to get home. I'm excited that I had a good night's sleep last night. Oh, Maureen. And so anyway, and I have coffee. It's a little cold right now, but that's okay. That's a-okay. And I was excited to show you that yarn. So I had some alpaca yarn in my mouth. Oh. So if you didn't get to see the alpaca yarn, go back and watch this video again, and you'll get to see my special, expensive, gorgeous yarn that my son and daughter-in-law brought me from Seattle. And it's like emerald, it's green for the Emerald City, and it's just gorgeous. And it was hand dyed there, and they bought it at Pike's Place, which is like one of my favorite places. I want to go so bad. So anyway, it was really, I mean, they just really hit that button. Oh, Robin's trying to finish packing. I can't wait. I haven't told Mom about it yet because we had such a crazy week this week, so I haven't even told her about that. And plus I didn't want Dad to start stressing over, you know, oh, you're gonna leave me another day. So anyway, yeah. Anyway, and I haven't had a chance to talk to Lori, so I don't know how things are going to go. Lori's little... Okay, so I tried to send invites to everyone to go to Crazy Cousin Lori's Facebook page for her Maine Coon Cove Facebook group, Facebook page, which is going to be her business page for her Maine Coon cats. So she is getting into... Maine Coon cattery, and so if you love the Maine Coon cats, she is going to have a litter very soon, and so I don't know if she already has them claimed. I'm not sure, but she would be the one to get in touch with regarding you know, purchasing a purebred Maine Coon cat. And so, and they're excuse me, they are absolutely gorgeous. I know I need to have her plan me a Seattle trip. I know, I do. I really do. And really, my Seattle trip includes 2 days in Seattle and then going to Vancouver, BC, and getting on a cruise ship and doing either the upper or lower. I don't know. I want Ketchikan in that so bad because I just want to go see Ketchikan and all the beautiful houses on the waterfront. And I want to see Alaska so bad, along with the whole thing. So that's my whole idea, right? And so that's like a week long. Oh, you just requested to join my Facebook page. Thank you, Amy. I will go and approve it. Or maybe one of my admins can approve it too. Hey, Tina, good morning. It's good to see you. Flynn is absolutely gorgeous. That is right, Robin. Flynn is Lori's very first Maine Coon cat, and he is like so fluffy and so gorgeous, and you just want to just fluff your face in his fur. He is just so beautiful. Oh my goodness. You're with me to Alaska. Okay, cool. I'm gonna let you know if I ever get that going. I got to get this house built first. I got to get those bills under control, and then we're gonna save money and we're gonna go. We're going to go on a cruise. I think what we're going to do, this is our 16th year, so I think what we're going to do is for our 20th anniversary, so in 4 years, Lord willing, we're going to plan a trip to Alaska. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. A crochet cruise. Oh, man. Okay, the name of the Facebook page for Lori is Maine, M-A-I-N-E, Coon, C-O-O-N, Cove, C-O-V-E, and Flynn, the little tiny, fluffy, gorgeous little kitty, is the main picture. So, yeah. So, anyway. I've had a great time talking to you, and I hope that you have a great day. Have a great weekend, and I will chat with you on Monday. Stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. Much love to all of you.